Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Okay, today I'm back here. We moving into the month of December. I told y'all I'm gonna do some Christmassy stuff, and I am, but this is not considered a Christmas, most traditional Christmas menu item, but it's an upper scale item you might want to have on your Christmas parties, because Christmas time we have a lot of parties. I think it's not only that Christmas Day where like Thanksgiving you celebrate one day. I think Christmas time you have parties throughout the last 2 weeks before Christmas. You have a lot of get-togethers and gifts exchanges, even with your co-workers or your neighbors, and not only your relatives. So I'm gonna show y'all some menu items that you can do for those particular parties. Today I'm gonna be doing some barbecue ribs in the oven, beef ribs. Y'all know I usually do pork, but I'm going to the next level, which is beef ribs. A little bit more expensive than pork ribs, but it's also very good. Now, the reason I'm doing them in the oven, not on the pit, normally in the winter time it's a lot of cold and rainy and wet and stuff outside, so we're gonna do them in the oven. Another reason, I have a lot of women, 75% of my soul food family are ladies, and all the ladies don't want to be out on the pits and stuff like that. It's mostly for men, but some women barbecue, but majority of them is easy for them to do it in the oven, so I'm trying to resonate to them too. So it's very easy. I got 2 slabs of short rib, bone-in ribs, beef ribs. I cut them in half. I mean, they come like this, but really the whole rib come like this, but I cut it in half. And also, I should have showed y'all in the video, but I didn't. There was a silver skin, which I took off right here. I took this off. They'd be on the back of the rib. You take that off, like I took off right now. I took it off earlier. Washed them, took off the silver skin, so the marinade can get into the ribs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start on this side. I'm gonna put some Worcestershire sauce. I do the same way I do my baby back ribs for the oven and spare ribs for the oven. Worcestershire on here. A little liquid smoke. And have that smoke taste. I'm using mesquite. You can use hickory, whatever one you want to use. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put my cavenders seasoning on there. You know I love my cavenders. You can use whatever seasoning you want, whatever barbecue rub you want. I don't use a lot of rubs and seasoning. Y'all know I use very little. A little granulated garlic. And the recipe is on the description of the video, y'all. So if you missed something, don't worry. I always write all the steps down that I'm doing. Okay. You want to make sure you really season it good. Okay. I'm gonna flip and pat them down a little. Flip it over. We're going to do the other side, just like I did that side. Put the Worcestershire here first. The reason I put Worcestershire on here is so that seasoning will stick. It gives me a method of making the seasoning stick real good by using something with flavor. If you don't have Worcestershire, you can use a little soy sauce. It'll work too. And of course the liquid smoke, so I'm not smoking them outside, so I'll use liquid smoke. Cavenders. Like I say, this is really easy. The only thing, these take a little bit longer to cook than pork because it's beef, but they come out just as good. The granulated garlic, and I always end with my Steve shake, my uncle old school shake here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to put it in a pan here, top side up. Let's see here, move around here, get them all situated here in the pan. There we go. Now, that's all we're going to do right there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in the oven, 425 degrees. Y'all hear me? 425 degrees for 30 minutes, uncovered. Same process that I do my pork ribs. This don't have as much liquid in it as pork, of course, but the idea is the same. I want to get some nice color on here and extract as much liquid out of this as I can. After 30 minutes, we're going to come back, cover it up, put just the liquid in the bottom of the pan, cover it completely, and cook it about an hour covered. So, and then we're going to come back that last 15 minutes, we're going to base it with some barbecue sauce, some thick barbecue sauce. And we'll have some good ribs. So anyway, we'll be back after 30 minutes. We'll show you the next process and get on with these old school oven baked barbecue ribs, beef. All right, y'all, we are back here. Okay, it's been 30 minutes in the oven. Exactly 30 minutes. Now, what I'm going to do here now, we're going to drain any water that's on there. It might be on there. We don't have any. So what I'm going to do, I have two types of barbecue sauces. I have a thin one and a thick one. Right now, I'm going to just pour a little thin one on there. Because if I pour the thick one on there right now, it's gonna mess up the rub that's on here. So get you a thin base. I got some more here. I got a lot of barbecue sauces to use up. If I use a thin one, thick one, it's gonna mess up the and you can use a thick one like KC Masterpiece or Sweet Baby Ray. Some people like this one. I'm using sometimes I use my old school barbecue sauce, but it happened to be out, so I'm gonna use my my Burns. We have Burns here in Houston area, and this might seem like a lot of barbecue sauce, but it's not, because it's gonna cook down. Okay, now I got that on there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little water to this, maybe 1 cup, because like I was telling y'all, beef doesn't have a lot of liquid in it. This beef rib don't have a lot of liquid, so I'm gonna add a little water to the bottom of the pan, maybe a couple of cups, and make sure you don't put the water on top of the rib. You want that sauce to sit there just like that. Okay, you got that? Y'all with me? Y'all gonna thank me later. I know they say I talk a lot and all that, but this is important. Okay, now we're gonna cover it with foil. And the thing I do with my foil, I'm gonna show y'all another trick. I'm all about tips and tricks. I'm gonna put foil on there, but before I put the foil on there, I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna spray this foil with pan spray. So the reason I'm doing that, I don't want this to stick. These ribs to stick. I'm gonna try to tin it as much as possible. You want to kind of tin it, just like that. Of course, I'm gonna get another piece. Put that tin up there. Let me get another piece here. Now we're gonna turn the oven down at 350 degrees. Now I'm gonna check these every 30 minutes. Now some ribs are different. They don't have as much meat on it as others, beef ribs. So I like to check them every 30 minutes. I wanna cook this for an hour at max. But I'm gonna check it at 30 minutes, check the tenderness of it. If it need more, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna check it for 15 minutes. And after that, I'm gonna check it for 15 minutes. Don't just put it in the oven for an hour and don't check on it. You have to check on it, because that's in anything you do, especially when you're cooking with meats. Every meat cooks differently. So you want to check it periodically. If the recipe say, oh, cook it in the oven for an hour, always check it every 15, 20, or 30 minutes to make sure. Because the thickness of the meat might not be the same as you have in your recipe, and the toughness of the meat might be different. So anyway, we'll be back when this meat is completely done. We're going to do one more base on it, but we're going to do a thicker barbecue sauce base on it, and then put it on there, uncover it to kind of get that caramelization and nice stickiness on the rib that we all love and enjoy, and we'll be ready to eat. So we'll be back. All right, y'all, we are back. The ribs are almost ready. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour the liquid off of here. Okay, turn the liquid off of there. I don't want the liquid in there anymore. These are pretty much cooked. Y'all remember I said I'm gonna put a thick barbecue sauce on there now? Now, it's the last process. I'm gonna use my thick barbecue sauce. And I'm going to brush this on here. And we're gonna cook it uncovered for about 15 minutes. That's gonna give it that nice sticky barbecue glaze that we just know so love so much. Okay, I like to just brush it on there a little. If you don't have brushes, use a little spoon or something. You don't want to brush it too hard because you don't want to brush the rub off of that. And y'all probably wondering at the beginning, why did I cook it uncovered to get the liquid out of there and then I added liquid? The reason I did that, where you not want to get the liquid off and then I added more liquid back in the pan, if I don't want to lose the rub on this. That's why I want to try to get all the liquid off of here beginning and then add the liquid back into the pan to help it cook. That steam helps it cook. The meat cooks better. That's why I did that. So anyway, we're going to put these back in the oven about 15 minutes because these ribs are pretty much, you know, the fat goes in it. You don't want the meat coming completely off the bone of the ribs, but you want them to have just a little pull to them. So I'm going to put them in the oven 15 minutes just to get that good caramelization and glaze on them. And these barbecue ribs going to be off the chain ready. So we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. Our ribs are ready. See how that barbecue sauce is glazed on there? Nice and sticky there. So what I'm going to do, pick these up here and put them on my platter. And I'm going to let them cool just a little. They tender just enough. See how that bone come out of there? That's how you want it. You don't want them cook too long, but you don't want to cook them not long enough. Okay, now I'm gonna let this sit here for just a second and let them cool, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna try these old school oven beef barbecue ribs. Can't get no better. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay, I'm gonna cut into this here. Cut me a piece here. Get out of that bone there. Cut me a little piece here. Let's see, these are falling off the bone here. I don't like them be completely falling off. So we're gonna try a little piece here. Wow. Wow. Nothing like beef ribs, y'all. Like I said, I like mine where they got a little bite to it. You can cook them longer, but this way I like mine, where they got a bite and a fraction, not just falling all apart where you can't pick them up. Nice and tender. Like I said, that bone come right out of there. You know it's tender. But try this recipe. This is awesome to serve for, like I say, for a Christmas function, Christmas party, a get together. Leave me another piece. Pick it up and eat it. Wow. I love how juicy this is. That's what them finger licking good. Real. Finger licking good, y'all. So, let me close this video where I can eat me some ribs. Try this video. Please like, please share, please comment. Please follow my other social media account, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Pinterest, Twitch TV, and Twitter. And until next time, have a blessed old school soul food day.